Aaron Rodgers made an appearance on the field in a Steelers jersey yet?
Well, they had their walkthrough this morning, so yeah, and then he walked past me and some other reporters in the locker room, so it's really happening, Joe.
When will you talk to Aaron Rodgers?
He is scheduled to speak today after the first minicamp practice, which is slated to go till 3:15, so it'll be right around then.
Of course, right in the middle of the PM show and not our show. Okay, what about his address to the team? What did Zach Frazier say? What else have you heard about Rodgers addressing the boys?
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a real formal, like everyone's sitting in the team room and the 41-year-old gets up there and says, "Hey guys, I got something to say." I don't know if it was like that, but maybe Mike Tomlin gave him the floor and said, "Hey, it's your first day here. You're the quarterback," and maybe that was just his message. But that was his message. You can find a clip of him when he went to the Jets that once he's in, he's all in, and we know that wasn't always the case, at least in terms of his attendance up there in the Big Apple.
What else have you seen this morning? What about the absence of T.J. Watt?
Yeah, everybody's just kind of doing the whole nothing to see here routine with that. Really no different than the song they were singing in OTAs when he wasn't there. Maybe that's the case, but it's always going to raise some eyebrows when 89 of 90 guys or however many are on the offseason roster at this exact moment are in attendance and one is not. So I think he knows that. I think that's kind of the whole point of what he's doing here. And I guess it's just a matter of, you've been through this before if you're TJ, and in 2021 you kind of set the precedent a little bit with the hold-in maneuver, and you had to go to a different club in your bag now 4 years later, second time around.
Yeah, and he was at minicamp that year. He wasn't participating, but at least he was there. He's their best player.
Right.
What % chance do you think there is that this little stalemate ends in a trade of TJ Watt?
I don't think it's a very high percentage. I think this is kind of the cost of doing this a little bit right now with highly paid edge rushers and the Steelers. I mean, they've broken character a couple times in recent years, taking care of things early, like Minka Fitzpatrick or Alex Highsmith or even DK Metcalf. I mean, that all came together quite quickly upon that trade from Seattle. But I don't know. I still think there's a 94% chance that they get it done. I'm just, throwing a number out there at you.
Brian Batko, the Post-Gazette. Read his stuff at postgazette.com. 50-minute mark on the Fan, brought to you by South Hills Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 19, Peters Township. What's at the top of your mind to ask Aaron Rodgers?
I would probably want to ask about just the delay in deciding and getting here, because I do think it's interesting. After this all became official last week, now you're starting to get some more of the national types who are plugged in with people all around the league, not just Pittsburgh, weighing in on how this all came to be. And I think there's this notion out there that Rodgers wasn't the Steelers' first choice. Let's be honest, the Steelers probably weren't Rodgers' first choice